Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Gecko, the old school gamer here, presenting One and Done Smackdown WWF. The OG. This is the one that started it all. So this series of games. Oh well, okay, you can argue. SmackDown had about 4 games. And then SmackDown versus Raw came along. So SmackDown kind of stuck around till 2011. Okay, so this was the first one. Now the thing is, Xbox original had Raw. So there was Raw 1, Raw 2, and which I don't have those. And then there was WrestleMania 21, which is Raw WrestleMania 21, really. So this was the third game based off of Raw. And, of course, they dropped the name Raw there. But SmackDown was doing SmackDown on PS1, PS exclusive, SmackDown 2, Know Your Role, and then Shut Your Mouth. And so, I wonder, No, Shut Your Mouth was... Yeah, Shut Your Mouth was not SmackDown versus Raw. So Shut Your Mouth was, PS2. So then they're like, well, let's combine the Xbox and PlayStation and have one game that we can focus on for both systems. Or the multiple systems. I don't know how many systems SmackDown versus Raw was on. But they combined the two. That way there's not... And then, of course, you had SmackDown versus Raw. And then SmackDown versus Raw with all the other subtitles. Like Here Comes the Pain and all those other shits. And then they just kind of just started doing, numbers. So, SmackDown versus Raw, 2011, 2010, that kind of shit. But this is the one that kicked off the greatness. In other words, they're like, okay, so 64 did really good with the Aki engine, and for some reason they just kind of moved away from that and went to this. Which graphically, yeah, it's a little better. A lot of people do still hold the 64 games with high regard. So this was a very nice start, let's say, of something different. So, I honestly, I don't know why they went away from the Aki engine. They could have, smoothed it out, whatever. But yeah, this was worth it. So, I love this screen. The disc works, and we're good to go. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I should just get a PS1. Because the PS1 had that original white screen startup tone, and then this startup tone. So, maybe, I don't know, something I'm considering. 2000, yeah! Oh. I'm going to turn the music off just in case. Just so you know. Have you smell of the rock? I don't know if this is copyrighted or not. I mean, if this doesn't, game music doesn't normally affect my videos, but I still like to eliminate any possibility that is let me see here. Entrance movie. Where is shit? Oh, there's the sound. Okay, good. I think we just beat the system. Bam. Okay. Yeah. Background music, random sound. Okay, sound effects. Awesome. And I'm not going to save because I don't have my memory card in. All right. No. Okay, so I guess I can back out and it's not going to save option. No. Are you sure? Yes. And we're good. We don't have... Okay, so this... You could play the season, and that it's well and good, but I'm pretty sure the more times you win as a character, whether it's an exhibition or season or whatever, it all counts towards your ranking. Now, you cannot, if I'm not mistaken, you can't take Steve Blackman and challenge him Stone Cold for the belt. If I'm not mistaken, because there is triple threat. Maybe there's a fatal four-way. But the top 2 or 3 characters should be able to go after the belt. If I remember this correctly. So, like, Chris Jericho is going to have to earn some points in the rating system. And to do that, you play matches and you win. And, of course, it depends on who you fight and all that, which will give you your option. Now, you can create a belt, which is cool. Okay, so we got... Okay, so we got Triple H. He's champion. Wait. 1 through 5. Okay, so you can qualify. The first 5 characters can qualify as champion. And this one goes all the way to 10. The hardcore belt. Anybody can go for that. Val Venus, 1 through 20 is European champion. So, wait. Oh. Wait, what? So tag team champion can be anybody. I thought this was hardcore for a minute. Okay, so this is tag team. There's a hardcore 1 through 20. Any women can go for the belt. Okay, so that's a little bit of a rundown, a little more understanding as the ranking system. I haven't. I've been waiting to play this, here. So it's almost like I haven't played it before. But me and my buddy, we Extreme Beast, we used to play this shit all the time. In fact, my character was the Hooligan. I created a character called the Hooligan, and he had a character called the Redneck, and we were top 3 characters. Okay. Sometimes I was 3rd, sometimes I was 4th, sometimes he was 3rd, 2nd, 4th. But one of us usually had the belt. We kept going back and forth, back and forth. And one time, he had the belt. And I was, in my head, I'm like, I'm so bored of going back and forth. It's just the 2 of us. We're kicking everybody's ass. So I told him, I said, I will be a special referee. Let's do that. It'd be you against Stone Cold. And he's like, yeah. Now, as a special referee, I can count as fast as I want or slow as I want. Or not at all. I can call for rope break. I can do all that shit. Now, if you hit the referee, you're disqualified. Period. So, I was sick of having the belt tossed back between the 2 of us. So I told him, I said, I'll do the special referee as the Redneck, right? And he was always the Redneck, I was always the Hooligan. So I was going to be the special referee as the Hooligan. And I was like, you get the belt. You have the belt. So we'll do a special referee. So this was the setup to fuck him over. So basically, I was turning heel against my best friend. Just like real wrestling. And during the match, he's like, hey, you're looking at me. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm not. Okay, I wasn't doing anything. I was just, I got to hit the button to look at Stone Cold. So I'd look at Stone Cold. And then as soon as I felt like it was time to get close, I'd look at him and smack him. And be like, oh, shit, I'm sorry. I accidentally hit you. He's like, okay, yeah, it's cool. It happens. Then I accidentally hit him again. I get a couple shots in on Stone Cold, too, just to kind of, then I get a few more shots in on my buddy, and my buddy's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I was like, all right, cat's out of the bag. Fuck it. And I start fucking him up. And he can't hit me back because I'm the ref. So now, he's trying to pin Stone Cold, and I just kick him off Stone Cold. I'm like, fuck you, you ain't gonna win. And he was, he was so pissed at me. So pissed. So, as soon as I'm like, come on, Stone. So his only option was to knock Stone Cold out. Hurt Stone Cold so bad. And as he's trying to, I kept jumping in and stopping him. And so, anyway, Stone Cold finally fucking pins him because he's a computer. Sometimes he takes a while. So he finally pins my buddy Extreme Beast. I count 1, 2, 3 real fast. 1, 2, 3, as fast as I can tap the button. And I made him lose the belt. Now I was because he had the belt, I was the next in line to win or to go after the belt. Now, I was sick of having to fight Redneck all the time. And vice versa, I'm sure. So I said, okay, here's what we'll do. I know you're very mad at me, but what we'll do, we'll have a career match. Loser leave town. So if I win, you have to delete the redneck. If you win, I delete the hooligan. And he was all for that. Plus, the winner gets the belt. So, I mean, a win-win, right? So we were so good at it that all we needed was one button slip, and then the whole match can turn around to the other guy. And just so happens that was my day. I beat him, I got the belt, and I made him physically delete the redneck off of the memory card. Bye-bye, redneck. The fortified hooligan survives. So now, so every game, I tell this story because every game after this, every Smackdown after this, and every wrestling game after this, I've always created a version of the hooligan. And that always annoyed my friend. That is a character he despises. So the ranking list does matter in this game specifically. And, you know, because we both were always at the top of the ranking. We could just go for the belt whenever the fuck we wanted to. So that was the point. And, yeah, very fun game. So here's a belt record. Just so, yeah. Okay, so we saw this. Okay. So I'm not going to create a superstar right now. You can create a pay-per-view match. Or pay-per-view. Basically, you could do... oh, okay. You can see how much they like the rate. Okay, cool. But I'm not going to bother creating or doing a season. Let's just get right into a match. So... Battle Royal, Royal Rumble, King of the Ring, Hardcore. Falls Anywhere, Cage Match, Survival Match, a 3-way or a 4-way dance. Yeah, Fatal 4-way, basically. Special referee, man. And I Quit match, or a single match. So let's just go with the basic single match for now. You could play with the manager. Yeah, let's do that. The more people, the merrier. So, actually, you could be the manager. Or you could have your second player be the manager. Or you could let the computer do the management. So, we'll do this. Boom. Ah. Wait. Okay, here we go. Ah, that's what I'm looking for. Boom. Cool. Okay, so I don't know if everybody can be Stone Cold. But Stone Cold, Rock, this is obviously the Attitude Era. Rock, Triple H, Big Show, Mankind, X-Pac, Mr. Ass, Road Dogg, Kane, the good Kane, the kind I like, Chris Jericho, Val Venus, Godfather, D'Lo Brown, Mark Henry, Ken Shamrock, Big Boss Man, Al Snow with Head, Hardcore Holly, Steve Blackman, Test, Edge, Christian, Gangrel, Farouk, Bradshaw. These are the acolytes, by the way. So this is that era. Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, Bubba Ray, Devon, Dudley, Vince McMahon, Shane, Chyna, Tori, Deborah, Paul Bearer. Now we're in the management era time. So, yeah, cool. Let's be, fuck it. Let's be Stone Cold. Okay. You could start with all that. You can have no specials, But we'll just do that. Boom. Okay, so let's have Deborah be his manager. Well, let's, yeah, this will be good. Vince McMahon as my manager. This is never, I mean, yeah. I don't know. He did do, he did become, Vince's partner for a little bit. All right, let's do The Rock with let's go with Paul Bear. Fuck it. I believe you can unlock a couple of people. All right. Yeah, we're going to have an advantage. But so what? This is fun. All right. No limit. Interruption. We can't change that because we already have managers out there. Knockout, give up. Yeah, sure. Rope break. Yeah. Count 10 arena. Okay, so here we go. The different arenas. Right now I only got like 3 of them, so that's that, you know. Normal. Or you can advertise. Normal. Okay, decision. Let's go! Yeah. There we go. Yeah. I am stone cold. Okay, yeah, no music. Okay, good. Well, you know the music. Yeah, they're still doing the what I call slap hand. Obviously, the graphics are somewhat dated, so not a big deal. Oh, you motherfucker. Who am I looking at? Okay, so R2 is the look button. Where's my run? That's taunt. I said it's been forever since I played this. No commentary either. Fucking A, man. Triangle. Okay. Triangle is run. Oops, shit. Yeah, you really need the music to play with this game. So the button layout is different than most Smackdown games. They were trying to simplify it from the Raw and Attitude games, the Acclaim games actually, and which were, you know, Mortal Kombat style button presses. So they were simplifying it and trying to get it back to the basics, which they did. So circle is the grab buttons, triangle is run, and X is strike. So whether it's kick, punch, whatever. And if you hit left or right while grabbing or up or down, you get a different move. So like that. So circle and up was that. And I think down is also the same thing. Actually, down might be pin for this. But there we go. And we got the feet. That's up and down as a sleeper. And then bulldog is down. I'm sorry. Up is the sleeper. Down is the bulldog. And, okay. Oh, shit. That wasn't the stunner. There we go. That's the stunner. So, I have the stunner as a regular move on this somehow, and yet the finisher stunner. When it says Smackdown, you hit L1. It's very cool, but you really should have the music while you're playing. So, yeah, it's pretty dope. So, yes, I have nostalgia for this, and this is a great wrestling game, but I'm going to have to give it a B. Yeah, I'm going to give it a B because, and that's, the graphics are going from the Aki engine and the Raw and WrestleMania 21, like it's going. They knew they had to change certain things, and because PlayStation was exclusive with SmackDown, they were trying to separate. Xbox has their shit and PlayStation has theirs, and they wanted exclusive, probably because they're like, well, we can get money from this side and this side. If the game was all one, which eventually became SmackDown versus Raw, they was still going to get the money from both sides. So maybe that's what they realized. So, but I'm going to give this a high B because this is very fun. It takes a little bit getting used to, because if you're used to SmackDown versus Raw or 2K series, you may struggle just a little bit here until you get used to the buttons, which doesn't take long. So there you go. So that's my reasoning for a B. And I got plenty of memories about this game. I love this game, especially with the Extreme Beast. I haven't played this with Six Pack yet, so hopefully that'll happen at some point. So, but yeah, I'd say a high B. So, yeah, I'm riding steady with that. So, adios, amigos.